Hello and welcome to Unveiling Destinations. Today I'll be going over some tips that you should know before you head to your well-deserved vacation to Istanbul. So, the first tip is to have a plan. What is it that you plan to achieve or to do when you go to Istanbul? Or if you just want to go to have fun, it doesn't matter. I always advise myself and others that want to travel to have a plan, because you want to make the most of it and you don't want to end up in the hotel just wasting time and not actually enjoying the beautiful destination. So what I mean by that is to do research on transportation, accommodation, things that you want to do, how you're going to plan it, create an itinerary. So this is probably why you're watching this video, but I highly recommend to check other videos and other information to make sure that you get the best knowledge possible to the trip. Alright, so let's start with recommendation on packing. So if you're going for a week, pack for 1 week. If you're going for 2 days, pack for 2 days. But I would highly recommend you check the weather before you start packing, because you don't want to end up wearing a long sleeve shirt and it's ridiculously hot there. So you want to make sure that the weather is intact with how you're going to pack, or the other way around, pack according to the weather. Yeah, there you go. Ladies, don't forget to wear clothes that cover your shoulders and your knees, especially when you go to the mosques, the Hagia Sophia, anything that entitles you to cover up, because you don't want to have to pay an extra charge to buy clothes to cover up just to go into Hagia Sophia or a mosque, so come prepared, have that. Bring a hat, bring a water bottle that is reusable if you feel comfortable with that, or just buy the water there and just recycle it properly. Other than that, bring sunscreen, especially if you go during the summer, because it gets hot. It gets super sunny. You don't want to get a sunburn. You do not want to ache during your vacation. Make sure to bring comfortable shoes, because around Istanbul you will be walking everywhere. You'll walk here, walk there, walk over there, walk here. It's a lot of walking. So just make sure that you bring comfortable shoes. Alright, so number 2, cash or card. So I recommend the two. When I got there, I only had card. I went down to the train station, which was about a 15 to 10 minute walk, not bad. And the machines for card to get the pass, Istanbul pass, they were down. So then I had to walk back to the airport, withdraw money from the ATM, which was about 200 Turkish lira, which I highly recommend if you're just getting a pass. Alright, because I do not recommend withdrawing money from the ATM, because it will charge you high fees unless you don't mind paying $6. You're not on the budget, none of that stuff. But I ended up paying about $8 in fees, because I had to. The machine was down. So okay, anyway, other than that, you want to withdraw at least 100 Turkish lira so you can get your Istanbul pass if you are taking the train, because it will last you until the point that you get to Istanbul, to your hotel, wherever you're lodging. And after that, actually go to ATM in the city or around the area where there's trusted ATMs where they don't charge you a crazy big fee. So I highly recommend you have both, because there are some shops that are very traditional and they just accept cash. There's other bigger chain restaurants, hotels, places, locations that will be okay with card. Just be sure to have both, just in case, because you don't want to run the risk of they say, oh, we don't accept cash here, or excuse me, we don't accept card here, so cash please, and you have nothing. Happened to me once in Italy and it wasn't cool. It was storming and I had to go look for an ATM. So bring cash. Let's talk about transportation. To be honest, transportation in Istanbul was flawless to me. It was very easy to navigate. I downloaded a map from Google and saved it for offline viewing, and it worked miracles for me. It was incredibly amazing. very cheap, very economical. Many people, it does get busy, so just be aware of that. And it was easy to understand on Google Maps. Take this train here, stop here, and you can just navigate by the maps on the train if you don't have a hard time with that. But there are also taxis, so if you're not on a budget and you don't mind spending an extra amount of money, taxis. They also have Ubers, but watch out for Ubers, because I used the Uber app and it was asking me to pay cash, and then it said I owed 41 Turkish lira, but the guy charged me 200 Turkish lira, and honestly I did not want to fight. I was tired and I just paid the money. It wasn't a crazy big amount, so I just paid the money. They work for a living, and it wasn't bad to do that, but still watch out for that. So they also have the option of the bus, which I cannot 100% give you advice on that, since I did not take that and I didn't really look into it, because I knew from the start that I wanted to take the transportation of train when I got from the airport, or when I got to the airport, and I would take it to Istanbul. So you either have those options, or you have the option to walk, which you don't want to do. It's not fun. So let's talk about accommodation. Are you there wanting luxury, the best views, to spend amazing time there? Or are you on a budget? You don't really matter to you. You just want to spend an alright amount, affordable amount for you. Well, if that's you, like I spent time in a hostel, which was about $20 to $30 US dollars. And it was not bad at all. I had amazing people in my room. We talked. There was guys there for business. They were very friendly, and we just had a good time. There was also another time where I went to a hotel, and it was about $41 a night. But just be aware that the prices can fluctuate depending on the time that you go to Istanbul. So I would highly recommend that you book a hotel at least a month to a month and a half prior, if you are just now planning it and you want to plan it for a month from now. But if you say next year I want to go, just book the hotel about 6 months in advance, and it will most likely help you find the best economical hotel that you can. Especially my hostel, which was in the city, about a 10-minute walk from the Hagia Sophia, which was not bad at all. I was there in the center. I was there, and it was just incredible. So another thing to have in mind is that not everybody there speaks English, okay? So you might have to learn a few words to get by in Turkey, but from my experience it was very easy. Many spoke English, and if they didn't, then I would try to communicate with my hands, pointing to the menu, things like that. But if anything, you can learn some simple words. Thank you, please, train, ? Things like that, and they'll help you out. Or you can just use Google Translate. This tip is probably the best tip for many out there. Try all the food you can. Turkey is known for its amazing food. You got baklava, you got many other dishes. It's just incredible, so much flavor. Me coming from a Latin family, this Turkish food was just incredible. It was out of this world, something that I've never tried before, and I'm always going out there to try new foods, see new cultures, and share them with you. So I highly recommend. If you don't follow any of these tips, follow this one. This tip is just try all the food you can. Just do it. Lastly, have fun. Istanbul is a destination that is very beautiful. The ocean is right there. Incredible sunsets, amazing people. You got the old bazaar, you got the Egyptian spice bazaar. It's incredible. You got amazing food, amazing everything. It's just great. Have fun, stay safe, and just look out for trouble. Stay aware, because anywhere you go in the world, there's always going to be trouble. Stay safe and have fun. So this next tip is probably a tip that many might not do, but many do. But I personally do it, is carry a fanny pack or a man purse or a purse, something that is close to your chest or on you, because there are pickpocketers everywhere you go. So just precaution, be safe. You don't want to risk it. I always carried something with me. I always had it in my man purse. I always had it in my fanny pack. I always kept everything close to my chest, one that can't be strapped from the back, none of that. So stay safe, make sure your valuables are locked, and you just take care of yourself and be safe out there, no matter where you go. Not just Istanbul. I'm not saying Istanbul is dangerous and crazy and all this stuff. Just be careful anywhere you go, anywhere you travel. If you are in the United States or wherever you are, say Bulgaria, Germany, make sure you go on the official Turkey website and check if you need an e-visa. All right, an e-visa, because you will have to pay for it to be able to enter Turkey, or I believe you can buy one at the airport, but just to save time, just do it online. For me, it cost $50 USD. But since I'm not living in the United States right now, but I'm a US citizen and I'm living in a different country, I didn't end up needing that visa. But just double check, do your work, and just get the e-visa beforehand so you don't run into any trouble and you just land and do what you need to do. Don't forget that. I'm glad I remembered. I'm glad. Also, don't forget to leave down below questions, concerns that you have, and I will reach you as fast as I can. I'll try and make the best out of it and answer to every one of you that have a question or a concern, or if you just want to leave a comment, go ahead. But thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys again when we unveil our next destination.